You open your eyes and congratulations. You're 14. You're kneeling before the Emperor of China. He's looking at you the way someone inspects furniture they might buy. You stand. He circles you, examines every angle, nods to his advisors. She'll do. Lucky you. You're about to become Empress of China, ruler of the largest empire on earth, the most powerful woman in the world. Except you're not. You're a decorative object with a fancy title, a womb with a crown. Your job description fits on a napkin: look beautiful, produce sons, cause no problems. That's it. That's the whole thing. Your mother is crying at the selection ceremony. Happy tears, she claims. You know better. She knows what chosen really means. You're never coming home. You're never seeing your family again, except at formal events where you can't actually speak to them. You're being traded to the imperial court in exchange for your family's elevation. You're 14 years old and you're a transaction. They take you to the Forbidden City immediately. No real goodbyes, no time to process. You walk through gates and corridors until you reach the inner palace. This is where you'll live, forever. Your quarters are massive. Silk tapestries, carved furniture, dozens of rooms, private gardens, servants everywhere, everything you could ever want, except freedom, except choice, except any actual control over your existence. Welcome to your gilded cage, Your Majesty. The crown fits perfectly. The walls fit better. The wedding is days of ceremonies. Thousands of guests. You're wearing robes so heavy you can barely breathe. A headdress that takes 4 people to assemble. The emperor stands beside you. He's 32. Bored. This is his 3rd marriage. His first 2 wives? One died in childbirth. One from illness. Probably poison. Your replacement number 3. Temporary. Disposable. The wedding night arrives and you're terrified. You're 14. Never been alone with a man. Nobody explained how any of this works. Just servants giggling through vague instructions. He's not cruel. Just efficient. Impersonal. Produce an heir. That's the goal. You're the method. He finishes. Leaves immediately. Doesn't say goodnight. You're lying in bed crying. You're Empress of China. You've never felt more powerless. 2 years pass. Monthly disappointments. The emperor visits your chambers twice a month. Does his duty. Vanishes. Everyone watches your belly. Whispers about whether you're barren. At 16, you're finally pregnant. The palace doctors monitor you obsessively. Your diet is controlled. Activities restricted. You're valuable now. No. The baby is valuable. You're just the container. You give birth at 17. Hours of agony, screaming, begging for it to stop. It's a son. Everyone celebrates. They take him away immediately. Imperial sons are raised by nurses and tutors, not mothers. You get supervised visits. Brief. Formal. You don't hold him. Don't feed him. Don't comfort him when he cries. He's not yours. He's the empire's. You just delivered him. At 20, you have your 2nd son. 3rd pregnancy. You lost one at 4 months. Miscarriage. The doctors blamed your diet, your activities, your constitution. You followed every rule perfectly. Still your fault somehow. But now you have 2 boys. An heir and a spare. Your value is secure. For now. Because here's the thing about the Forbidden City. It's not a palace. It's an arena. And every woman here is a gladiator with a smile. The emperor has 5 other consorts. All desperately trying to get pregnant. All wanting their sons on the throne instead of yours. You're not competing anymore. You're defending. The consorts who bow to you? Enemies. The Empress Dowager who tolerates your existence? Threat. The servants who dress you every morning? Spies. Every word analyzed. Every action scrutinized. Every meal potentially your last. You can't trust anyone. Can't make friends. Can't speak honestly. You're 22 when someone tries to poison your eldest son. He's 5 years old. Gets violently ill. Palace doctors save him. Barely. They find arsenic traces in his food. The investigation is quiet. Discreet. They can't prove who did it. They execute 3 servants. Scapegoats, probably. Everyone pretends the matter is resolved. Your son survived this time. He might not survive the next attempt. And you can't protect him. Can't investigate. Can't punish. Can't even keep him in your quarters. You're the Empress of China and you're powerless to save your own child. Smile. You've learned to smile. You're 25 when the emperor takes a new favorite. She's 16, beautiful, fresh. He's obsessed, visits her chambers every night, showers her with gifts, writes her poetry, ignores you completely. This is normal, they tell you. Emperors have favorites. It doesn't threaten your position. Technically true. You're still empress. That's permanent. But permanent doesn't mean powerful. The emperor doesn't listen to you anymore, doesn't value your opinion, barely acknowledges you exist. You're 25 years old and already a relic. The new consort gets pregnant, has a son. The emperor is delighted, talks constantly about this boy's potential, his intelligence, his strength. Meanwhile, your sons are being tutored somewhere in another wing. You see them occasionally. Formal visits, brief. You're watching your position erode in real time. Your sons are still officially the heirs. For now. But politics shift. Favorites change. If the emperor decides he prefers her son, yours could be passed over. Demoted. Executed, if they're seen as threats. You can't stop this. Can't fight back. Can't do anything except sit in your beautiful quarters and embroider while your future unravels thread by thread. At 30, the Empress Dowager dies. She was 83, the real power behind everything. Now there's a vacuum. Advisors scrambling. Consorts positioning, everyone hunting for advantage, chaos everywhere. And chaos in the Forbidden City has a body count. You survive by being invisible, unambitious, non-threatening. You survive by becoming furniture. Congratulations, you've mastered the only skill that matters here, disappearing while still breathing. You're 40 when the emperor dies. He's 58. Illness. Probably natural. Possibly poison. You'll never know. Nobody ever knows in this place. Your eldest son takes the throne, and you become Empress Dowager. Theoretically, the most powerful woman in China. Theoretically. Your son doesn't listen to you. Has his own advisors, his own agenda. He's polite, respectful, distant. You're his mother, not his counselor. They move you to different quarters, still comfortable, still luxurious, still a cage, just with a different view. At 55, your son takes a wife, makes her empress. She's 16, pretty, terrified. She reminds you of yourself. You try to help her, give advice. She smiles, nods, ignores everything. She'll learn, the way you learned, the hard way, the only way. You're 62 when you die. Natural causes, exhaustion. A body that finally gave up on a life that was never really yours. 48 years in the Forbidden City. You never left, not once. You went from a 14-year-old girl to an old woman without ever seeing the world beyond these walls. You were Empress of China. You ruled over nothing. You had everything: silk, jade, servants, titles. Everything except freedom. Except choice. Except power. You couldn't even choose what to eat for breakfast. Different rank than the concubines who served you. Different title. Different quarters, same cage. You close your eyes for the last time. The walls don't notice.